Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update show for Monday, November 17th. Yes, we are army crawling through November and getting through this international break that I really can give a crap about. The internationals, I really can't. I'm just looking forward to getting back to club football, Wrexham football, and hope everyone's having a good one, having a good day, having a good weekend, and back at it. The adults are firing up a work week. Which is great to see. Obviously, we're still here in the hospital room, so there you go. But anyways, how is everyone doing? What do we think? What do we think about us coming in playing Ipswich Town coming up in the next few days? Very excited about. But today we got a little bit of a conversation from the gaffer Parkinson talking about Harry Ashfield and Ollie Rathbone. Apparently, Ollie Rathbone's chomping at the bit to get out there. We'll talk about what he said. Let me get your thoughts on it too. And I'm giving my hot take on Harry Ashfield. And we're getting into the January transfer window, and I think should happen if the young man is fit. So anyways, thank you for coming in. Kelly Davidson's in the house here too. How are you, Kelly? Andrew's here. Danny's here. Yo, what's up, Habs? How are you? David Carr, what's up, my friend? Hey, David, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Nikki D's here, and Paul's also here. The regulars are filing in. Remember, by the way, later on today, there is a champ chat. Patty and the boys are doing a champ chat. That is on in about 3 or 3.5 hours, something like that. So get ready to pop into that. We're getting back into football. We can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel for Saturday for the match. And if you're coming in, smash that like button. Subscribe. We are 27 subscribers away to 3,001. We're going to get there. We will get there. I promise we will get there with this awesome, fantastic community. So, yeah, anyways. So quick one here. Just wanted to talk about Harry Ashfield. So Parkinson had a little bit of a conversation there, but Ollie Rathbone's there too. But I specifically wanted to talk about the Harry Ashfield part of this too. And I'll talk about Rathbone as we go on and we bring that down. So he talked about Harry Ashfield is back in training after his injury, said Parkinson. He's 19 years old. He hasn't played. He hasn't played, but you know, he's back out there training. Now, I'm gonna put it in order. I should have done it with Ollie Rathbone first. I'm gonna put it in order here, and then I'll talk about Rathbone in a second. But Harry Ashfield, I think, if he's ready and he's fit and he's 19 years old, I know he doesn't count against our 25 squad, which I think there's going to be some movement in January for sure. I think Harry Ashfield, if he's full on and fit again, I think he should go out on loan in January. Now I say that because he needs the experience, and there's teams out there where he can go play, whether it be a League 2 side or a League 1 side. I think that if he's fit enough and he's okay, I think in January he should be going out on loan. He's not going to get any playing time. He just isn't going to get any playing time. And I say that because the rest of this article here, talking about Ollie Rathbone coming back, said Ollie Rathbone played a cup game against Cardiff, and he's been training well. We had an in-house game last Tuesday, this is Parkinson saying, which he played really well, talking about Ollie Rathbone. And he's chomping at the bit and basically wants to be involved. But this is Parkinson. Here's the key, why I think that Ashfield been put down the pecking order. I know he's 19, and he should be going out on loan. He says, with Shafe, James, O'Brien, Thomas, and Dobson, there's a lot of competition in there. And Elliot Lee had to undergo surgery, so he's not going to be back anytime soon. And I don't think Elliot Lee will be registered in January. With all the competition in the middle of the field, sorry, Ken, I know you're going to be so pissed at this. I think Harry Ashfield should be going out on loan and going and starting his career and trying to get minutes for him. I think that's very important. It's not a position where you talk about a Max. Max has come through the ranks in the last, 3.5 years, but he's been playing first-team football. Harry Ashfield's just dabbling in the cup a little bit here. He played in the EFL Cup. He played in the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup last year. So I'm thinking if he is ready, send him out on loan. He's not going to get any time. And I feel for Ollie Rathbone too. How much time is Ollie Rathbone actually going to get? I know we have a fixture pileup coming up. I understand that, but how much time will Ollie Rathbone be getting? We have the most depth in the middle of our team there. Back a little bit light, up front a little bit light, but in the middle of the park, he's not anywhere close to getting first team football. And if we send him out on loan, get some experience under him, and get some regular football, whether it be a League 2 side or a League 1 side, give him a manager that'll put him on the pitch, have him play. He's a very talented footballer. Now, is he going to be a footballer for the future of us? to be wearing the Wrexham shirt? I don't know. Is he going to be a player that, we loan out for a few years, or he goes out, or we sell him and get money back for him? I don't know. But I think that there are some talking points there to be looked at. And I also think in January, I think there's going to be an adjustment that's going to happen. I think we need 2 or 3 players to come in. And I also think what I said, Elliott Lee, if he's not fit, he just had surgery, he can't be registered. He's not getting on the pitch anyways. So Andy Cannon, not getting on the pitch anyways. Gotta, send them out on loan. If they're okay, send them out on loan. Not with an obligation to buy, but just go send them out on loan. We've done this to ourselves in a good way. We've done it to ourselves where these players, we've moved up so fast in these leagues that haven't had the opportunity for these players to actually get on the pitch. So I think that Parkinson has to, he's always talking about what, not just about the club, but talk about the person. I think it's very important. So I see mid in the January transfer, some things happening that really do happening. And my opinion would be to send Harry Ashfield out alone. Well, I don't know what you think. Well, let us know what you think. George is in the house. Getting excited about the game week finally. Yes, we put up the tactical fortitude. And we did. It's all up there. Esteban's here. Hip Karma just popped in. It's Bono. Oh, snap. What's good? Says free pugs. Yes. Tess says send him out on loan to a League 2 and then maybe League 1 that sell that dude. That, I think for his career and he is so far down the pecking order. We have FA Cup coming in February, I think, February or January. He's not going to get anywhere near the pitch. Maybe an FA Cup, but that's still 2 months away for Harry Ashfield. Let him go play football. Let him do it. And all the other guys I mentioned too, let him go out and play football. And in fact, here's my other one too, my hot take. I like Ryan Hardy. I like what I think. I don't know if Ryan's going to be here in January. Ryan could go. Maybe sell him somewhere else. I don't know. He's just not getting on the pitch. I'd rather go out and spend more money on another striker, in my opinion. What's going on here in the chat? But what do you think? What does the chat think? Send him out alone. League 2 sounds good for me. League 2 does sound good. Now, just looking at this too, yeah, we have a lot of fixtures coming up. But Parkinson isn't a rotation guy, which is totally fine, by the way. We have Ipswich coming up in 4.5 days, Bristol City, Blackburn Rovers. Okay, really busy time. Well, this is Blackout Wednesday, by the way, the day before Thanksgiving. Bristol City, Blackburn Rovers, Preston. All these are, listen, thick and fast. Right here, the month of December, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and let's just include this one, 7 games. Blackburn again. But those guys will be nowhere near the pitch. Now, there's going to be injuries. I know that's going to happen. But Harry Ashfield, there's no chance of it coming back. Let him go out. Let him go play with somebody else. And I also think we need to bulk up the squad a little bit. We don't have that much depth in any other part. And if Kakache is still out, he's touch and go. We don't know about Escabore. There's been no update on Escabore. We know he did go off the other day. But we have to, I think, if we want to make a good run at this, in these next 6 weeks, we'll tell tale about where we're going to be and I think what we're going to do in January. And by the way, just speaking of the upcoming games, I will be at the Cosm. I did get my ticket for Swansea City at the Cosm here in LA. So I got that this morning. I got that, which is great. I do not think where I could listen. It filled up fast between the other day and today. It filled up fast. And I don't think I'll be able to do a watch along there. So I'm gonna have to someone else gonna have to cover for that, which is fine. We got plenty of coverage. But yeah, I did get my ticket, so I'm excited about that. Bono, there you go. Yes, I got my tickets to Cosm. Who's going? I'm looking forward to meeting the TLP community. I will be there, Bono. Not that you want to meet me, but I will be there. And I just got my tickets. But the last few times we've done watch alongs there, and I actually, we got very lucky to do the watch along that last time because they changed some management stuff and they were very protective. I don't think that they're going to allow me to do it this time. I just think it's just become too much of a circus. So I will be there. We'll have coverage for the watch along for sure. So yeah, where are you sitting, Bono? I'm sure we will run into each other there too. I can't imagine Hardy is happy. I think he will want out. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think that he is, not that he's, I think he has some really good moments on the pitch for us. Scored a couple of nice goals, but he's got the least amount of minutes for any of our strikers. And a guy that came in from Plymouth to Wrexham, thought he was probably going to play a little bit more. I mean, to be honest, Kiefer Moore is just a goddamn beast, and he ain't going anywhere. And we need him up front. We need him to score goals, and we need him to do his defensive duties as well. And we have no like-for-like coverage for him. Good news is about Kiefer Moore, and we're jumping around a bit, is that Kiefer was on the bench for Wales. He didn't pull out of his international duty. So assuming that his injury isn't that bad, and Parkinson did say it's not that serious. So those are the good news. So there you go. Tess says, I wonder if Ashfield wasn't from Wrexham, people would care about him as much at all. Good player though. No, he's one of our own. I think you're probably a little bit right about it. He's really talented. I think he's very, very talented. Is he Premier League quality? No, not yet. He's only 19. He's not he's not a prodigy, but I would say he's probably a League One level for sure. League Two, definitely. But I would put him in League Two. I'd put Harry in League Two. Parkinson, call up one of your manager friends, say, hey, let's get him some minutes and get him on the pitch regularly, because our academy isn't really academying right now in regards to like bringing in massive talent. Talent is there to be fostered and nurtured to either bring on the pitch or to be sold to make money back in for the club. I think Harry is, if we stayed in the championship another season, I still don't think he'll get on the pitch. I just don't see him fitting in, because we'll buy again. We're going to buy again. I think we're going to buy in January. I think we'll definitely be buying in the summer, this upcoming summer. So I don't think he actually has a spot in sentimentality. I'm not saying it's not there. I think we do things a little bit differently, but I think Harry needs to go find himself someplace to play. Send Ashfield to League Two, and then over the summer, send him to League One and see how he does. That's a good shout. I'll secure my tickets at a Cosm sometime this week. Yes, they're okay. General admission. Another injury. No, Michael Wolf. No, he's not injured. He's coming back from injury. Harry Ashfield is back from injury. And I'm just thinking the developing story here is he's got 6 weeks to get himself a move, in my opinion. I'll see you there, Jesse. Absolutely. Make sure you come up and say hi. Developing and using your own talent is needed. Well, Habs, who else is out there? Who in our I mean, are you talking about for sale, or are you talking about to get on the Wrexham first team? So, yes. I mean, you can't just blindly just say, develop our own talent. I mean, and just get them out there. Do we have anyone good enough that can? You got to think about the Premier League. Is Harry Ashfield even good enough to play in the Championship? Who in our academy right now is good enough to play, or who can we sell to make money back from the club? So it's good to have it. There has to have a balance, and I agree we should be doing that. But it just, might not. It's not going to be for every player. One player maybe, but I think he should go play somewhere else. Danny D says we should look to see who we have that would be useful to loan to Sheffield Wednesday. They are desperate. Harry? You think Harry is ready for that? No, and Ashfield isn't ready yet, especially for the championship load. No, he can't. He's not. Send him to League Two. I think send him to League Two. Esteban likes that take. He said, I'll take that. But yeah, those are the quick thoughts here. Dumb question. What kind of players should and could get that? What kind of players should and could get that would be willing to sit on the bench? What kind of players could get that would be willing to sit on the bench? Talk about for who would be recruit to sit on the bench. I think anyone we recruit right now, I think you're talking about that, needs to be like a starter. Someone that can push anyone in any position in our first team. That's what I think. So whoever we recruit, I think that's where it has to be. I think in our transfer window, I think we definitely developed. We actually grew into the transfer window. I know it sounds weird to say, but with Hardy, and then we got more, and we just kept getting better and better players. One of the ones I would say that's probably the biggest disappointment, just for whatever reasons, and I think that when there's smoke, there's fire for the transfer window, is Connor Cody. Connor Cody is, I guess, but it's a long season. Not a disappointment, but I thought he would be doing more. Maybe he is going to leave. But to your question, who could we? I don't know. I don't have those in front of me. Maybe Josh Sargent. I know that's a big ask, but it looks like they're going down. That's a big swing. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Good afternoon, all. Just read the article that said Rathbone should be back soon too. Yes, cover that. Rathbone, he played in an in-house match the other day. But he's not going to be starting, I don't think. Maybe in the rotation, but he's not match fit. He's not match fit. So I'm going to give him another, I would say, to probably, I don't know, first or second week. Probably the first or second week of December to see where he's at for his coming back from injury. It's good to get on the pitch and go play, but it's also, to be fit. But there's a difference between being fit and being match fit. It's just, he can do it. He's awesome. I hope he comes back and kicks ass, but I don't think he's starting for me. But Ollie Rathbone will play a big part in this season for sure. I have not. I don't know who that is. Andrew says, I guess the better question is what player would be fine to not getting regular starting time? Ollie Palmer, I guess. I don't know. No, players want to play. All these players want to play. Parkinson has a very specific way of going save Max. Max is going to save himself. Max is Premier League quality right now. Sign up, 30 million pound player. Boom. Save Max doesn't need any saving. But yeah, how you doing? You guys John is on Champ Chat later, and they're going to be talking about something about they just approved your stadium upgrade. That's what I saw too. Hi, what's up, Ruth? How are you doing? And something about a parrot. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's awesome. And I'd love to find out more. Okay, sorry, it's right here. Put Ashfield out there with the best lineup around him. He would look good. We haven't ever seen him win the makeshift lineups with lower level players. It's the same for any talented youngster. That's a great shout right there too. So what he's saying is, Wayne is basically saying, put Harry in with the first 11 and see how he does. He's only been playing with our second stringers and our cup teams. That's a good shout and see how he does. I mean, he is very, very talented. He is very, very talented. Max is our only homegrown talent. Yeah, Max is our only homegrown talent. But also too, he's kept his spot for 3 seasons now. There hasn't really been that much competition for him, to be honest, in that right center of the 3 in the back. So fair play to Max, and he's grown in every league. So good on him. Fletcher was happy to come off the bench. Yeah, well, he was also 37. That's true. And John says, we'll be talking about financial rules with the Blues Stadium. Plans have released on Thursday. It's probably going to come up with that, et cetera. Yes, so that's one of the Champ Chats conversations today. It's going to be a banger. Getting back into the flow of things here. We obviously did not do Ring and Rant yesterday because the hell we're going to ring and rant about? There's not much to talk about. So Parrot. Parrot is a player. I thought it was Parrot scored 5 goals in 2 games for Ireland, 2 against Portugal, and a hat trick against Hungary. Oh, okay. Parrot plays for, I think he's a loan out from Spurs. Does that sound about right? Hab says, I would only bring him on only when we were winning matches as a sub. Talking about Harry Ashfield. Well, he's probably not going to make the bench, dude. So I don't see him making the bench anytime soon. All right. So that's good. Let me see what else is going on. There, like I said, there's not much happening here. There's not much happening out there in the world of Wrexham football. But let me see here. The women. Let me see what happened. Did the women play yesterday? Oh yeah, 6-1 away win. They won 6-1 yesterday. The women did. Good on them. They are top of the Adrian Premier League rankings for all of 3 hours. They were, but it was 6-1. That's a good scoreline. Nice, 6-1. Game of 2 halves and Wrexham away day win. Good for them. Yeah, the women won 6-1 yesterday. So that's a good. Ladies won. Thank you very much. 6-1's a good victory there, and they're celebrating that one. Troy Parrott was useless in EFL plans. EFL plans, but seemed to have found his feet in the Dutch Football League. Yep, that sounds about right. And Troy Parrott, 23. Yep, that's right. That's right. When you're in a good side, your own level seems to lift at that level. I agree with that too. When you're playing with good players, you play with better players. But I don't think he's championship quality yet. He's 19. meaning Harry Ashfield. He will be, but he needs to go out and play. Lexi says, not until Saturday when we win again. Yes, Lexi. Oh, God. It cannot come fast enough. Oh, my God. It can't come fast enough. Saw a YouTube video that showed Wrexham is tops with 99% attendance. I said, well, I would say that's probably right, since we only have 3 sides, and I think we're at 10,000. We only have 10,000 seats at our stadiums, at least at home. Will Lancashire, Tottenham Hotspur. Striker may be available coming in January. Also, Yang Min Yoik, from Tottenham. Tottenham have some good talent coming through. And Esteban says, talking to Wayne, that's why I think they should let Hardy and Smith loose on the pitch, release the hounds. Talking about having them play with better players. Well, I think I'm going to talk about the Hardy thing and the Sam Smith thing. Sam Smith really hasn't gotten a lick. Coming on 5, 6, 7 minutes at a time. I know he's come back from injury. It's tough for a striker to get into a game, especially the flow of the game to go. And also, too, if we're protecting a 1-0 lead or a 2-1 lead or something like that, it's, we're not going to be going balls out to go and try to get that third goal most of the time. It's a balance of, and that's mainly when Sam Smith's come on. Now, Hardy's come on. I think we were chasing a game at one point, but it's really hard to get into the flow of a game. Especially when you're trying to protect a lead or even chasing a game too. Don't forget to like. Yes, please like and subscribe. Share out. Get it back out there. We're like 27 away from 3001. Ruth says, I don't want to think about next year's international break. It's going to be eye-poking, head-banging against the wall long. How long is it? Is that one like 3 weeks? Is that true? That one's 3. This one feels really long. Although, I did like having a Saturday off, which is great to hang out and just do shit. But it's these international. They almost feel back to back to back. They almost felt back to back to back. George says Hardy and Smith would certainly be a different style for us. Probably our fastest pair up front. Yep. And if Hardy and Smith haven't featured by now, they will never. They will. Now, they will, sad to say, what the fuck? If Hardy and Smith haven't featured by now, they never will, sad to say. Sorry about that. Their futures will be away from Wrexham. I'm kind of leaning that way that I think Hardy might go. Sam Smith, I think, will stay, but Hardy, I'm not. I think he could too. Free Pugs says, we don't know yet if Smith can play at this level or not until he gets a couple more real chances. Yes. Patty's in the house. He's got a show a little bit later. Sackwatch, can't wait for next year's international. Can we hit 10 managers? Shit. Maybe we could. Again, Patty has champ chat a little bit later on today. Saturday mornings under 19 Wales win over USA was fun to watch. Yeah, I don't watch the international shit. I really don't, and I'm not like I support Wales, but obviously we're a Welsh club, but I don't support Wales as an international team. But yeah, the men play tomorrow too. I'm not sure, but I agree, Josh. Strikers can't get into a groove when you're put on the field for less than 10 minutes in a game. I think that's very proven for sure. So they're talking about Parky gives the people what they ask for, and then it's like, see, that's why we haven't done it. Maybe I'm trying to catch it. The chat this is what happens when you take a day off. I can't. John Merrill, and every now and then, Parky gives the people what they ask for. And then it's like, see, that's why we have done it. Sorry, I did do a little bit more there to get that going. Fair enough. I think you're right. Parkinson does do that. Parkinson says, like, oh, we want to see, who's saying, we want to see Smith up with Hardy. And it's like, oh, that didn't work. Or you want to see, Longman on the right, whatever, or left, that didn't work, or it does work. So, but Parkinson has his way. We have I don't know what, I actually don't know what side we're going to put out coming up this weekend against Ipswich Town, because we don't know who's fit. We don't know if Kakache's available. I don't know if Issa, what the update is on Issa is. If I'm guessing, we'll get an update in the next couple days on the rest of the injuries. And I think, we'll just have to be patient on that. So it's Monday now? Probably Wednesday we'll get some updates. So maybe put that into technical fortitude. If Wales win, we're going to the playoffs. Okay, there you go. And going to be tough without James and the other lad in midfield, Michael. I think that Jordan James is suspended. Is Jordan James? Kid's really, I'm so disappointed we didn't get him. He's a really good player. I haven't heard any updates on injuries, but what's new? No, they've been keeping it pretty silent with the injury updates. You know, you hear obviously the chat's been really just the rumor in the chat mill has been really low. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the international breaks, you know, stop start. You know, I think that they're also really good at keeping things in house, better than we probably want to give them credit for. So fair enough to that too. Looking at per week salaries, Cody and Rodriguez are top 3. Rodriguez ain't gonna see the light of day again. It's just no way he's gonna. J-Rod, I think they're keeping him on because he's injured and they're requiring him to do so to pay his wages. But you know, if we clear that off, maybe that moves room in for a sergeant. Maybe, I mean, I keep saying sergeant. I was the one that was like, oh, he's crap. But now I see he's not crap. Obviously, he's probably one of the best strikers in the EFL. But I'd say we clear some of the wages off, get an opportunity to go after them, and looking at the situation for having Norwich, you know, down at the bottom, possibly getting relegated. Maybe there's a way out for them. Maybe it's a loan to buy. I don't know. But they also probably obviously they want to stay up. But you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. But anyways, yeah, football is going to be back. Football is not back. We're almost there. We're almost there. So today we have Champ Chat later. Tomorrow we'll do a Breakfast Club as well. Wednesday is Footy Tips is back. And Technical Fortitude is also back. And then game day, on game day, you know how we do a game day build up, live watch along, Wrexham time and Wrexham reaction. So 4 for you there, which is great. But yeah, we're just got to get back to football. Wondering if Kiefer Moore will play tomorrow. It says JL. Well, I hope he doesn't play. That's me selfishly saying that. And if Cody does go to the Wolves, would they have to buy him out, or was contract since he's for coaching? Wolves would have to probably pay a fee for him. They'd have to probably pay a fee for him. So, or they just terminate the contract and then that's it. I don't know. If we can get money in, I'd rather have money in for him. I think we paid £2 million for him. He's been I don't want to say he's been a disappointment because he hasn't played that much, but I thought that he would be playing a lot more and playing a bigger part. But our defense has definitely grown. Our team wasn't fully built when we started the season. So depends if Cody retires from playing. That's a shot right there too. And John says, did you see the excuse the Nigerian coach said why they lost? And he accused the opposition coach of. I did not. Cody's on $25K a week. Give that money to Max. Wow. There's a lot of Max love today for sure. Give it to Maxie. Max is probably making like $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week. Who knows? But all right. What else is going on? What else is going on before we get out of here? It's starting to rain again here in LA. It's been raining for like the last couple of days. We talked about that. Talked about the 28,000 seat stadium, but yeah, there's not much there. Not much there going on. But hey, that's the world of football. But we will be back. I'll be saying, maybe remember those days in November when we were in the international break, it was slow. It's not going to be slow. I think from now until January 5th, it's going to be go incredibly fast. Incredibly fast, thick and fast. There you go. Can't speak today. Professional voodoo, Josh. There you go. It's okay to say Cody has been a disappointment. All right. I was trying to be, you know, cautious of it too. His excuse of him was excuse him of voodoo. You're shitting me. Like voodoo child? Like no. Maybe. Hey. Who knows? Maybe there wasn't voodoo. Voodoo. What the hell? Voodoo? Yeah. Hip Karma said this is the calm before the storm. Oh yeah. It's the calm before the storm. Exactly. So enjoy it while it is. But anyways, let's get everyone out of here. Champ Chat's going to be up in a few hours. So go check that out. Support the boys. Subscribe, share out. You know, no, it's not coming like a fire hose with all the information, but we're good. It will be like Hip Karma just said. She said it will be. It's going to come like a fire hose. And I actually been putting the shows up in preparation so I can get ahead of it. So I'm not having to put them up every day. But anyways, thank you for coming in. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Local Pundit. And if you haven't become a member. Help support the channel. On that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.